Eureka, Grade 2, Module 4, Lesson 3. Add and subtract multiples of 10 and some ones within 100. Take a look at the number I have represented on our place value chart. 4 tens, 8 ones, the number 48. I want to add 2 more groups of 10. That would be the same as adding 20. Remember, 2 groups of 10 is equal, the same, or equivalent to 20. We would write the math sentence 48 plus 20 equals. Well, yesterday we learned that when we're adding groups of 10, the number or digit in the tens place will increase or decrease by the amount of tens that we're adding or subtracting. In this case, we want to add 2 groups of 10. Right now we have 4 groups of 10, so adding 2 more groups of 10 would give us 6 groups of 10. We could very well say or guess or predict that 48 plus 20 would equal 68 because I would have 6 groups of 10 and my 8 ones still remaining. Let's add those 2 groups of 10 and check our answer. Adding 2 groups of 10 gave me 6 tens and 8 ones. 68 is 6 tens and 8 ones. We were correct. Let's reset. Now I want to add 21. I'm starting again with 48. And this time I'm adding 2 groups of 10 and 1 1. Let's take a look at the tens place value spot. I have 4 groups of 10 and I'll be adding 2 more. This is going to still give me 6 groups of 10. This time I need to consider my ones. I have 8 ones, but I'm also adding 1 more. I know that 8 plus 1 equals 9, so I will have 9 ones. 4 tens plus 2 tens gives me 6 tens. 8 ones plus 1 1 equals 9 ones. That means my answer is going to be 6 tens, 9 ones, or 69. Let's add 21 to our place value chart to check our answer. Here it comes, 21. Let's check out the number of tens. 6. We predicted correctly. 6 tens. And now we have 9 ones. 48 plus 21 equals 69. We're doing so well, let's try another one. Reset to 48. This time I'm going to add 19. Again, we can look at our tens place value spot. I have 4 groups of 10 and I'm going to add 1 more group of 10. That's going to give me 5 tens. Yeah, I get that. I can handle that. Let's look at our ones. I have 8 ones here and I'm going to add 9 ones. 8 plus 9 is... Oh no. I thought I was doing so well, but this looks like it's going to be a little more challenging than I thought. Don't worry though, I do have an idea. We can use what we already know. Think about the problems that we've already solved. Let's use those to help us solve this problem. Look again here. We have 48 plus 20 equals 68. That was the first problem we solved. We added 2 more groups of 10 to get 68. Then we were able to solve 48 plus 21 equals 69. Let's take a closer look how the first problem could help us solve the second. We have 48. That remained the same in both problems. We added 20 on the first problem. The second problem, we added 21. We increased the number we were adding by 1. When we look at our answers or our sums, the answer or sum to the first problem, 68, was increased by 1 in the second problem, 69. We added just 1 more 1 to the number sentence. That made our sum 1 number greater. We can use this same equation to help us solve the more challenging math equation that we had on the last slide. Let's compare again. The equation 48 plus 20 equals 68 is the same at the beginning, 48 plus 19. Our 48s match up. Let's look to the 20. In the top equation, we're using 48 plus 20 equals 68. In our second math equation, it's 48 plus 19. 19 is 1 less than 20. That means if 68 was the answer to the first equation, the answer to the next one is going to be 1 less. Do you know what is 1 less than 68? If you said 67, you're correct. 1 less than 68 is 67. Using the equation we knew the answer to helped us solve one that we were uncertain about. Use what you already know. Let's look at this written out. 48 plus 20. This is the arrow way strategy. 48, we add 20, and we have 68. Remember, we were just adding two groups of 10, so the number in the tens place increased by 2. When we added 48 plus 21, we could add the 20, like we already knew. 48 plus 20 was 68. But remember, there was an additional 1 that we needed to add. That got us to 69, which was our final sum. Looking at 48 plus 19, we could still add 20 because that's something we know. 48 plus 20 is 68. But remember, 19 is 1 less than 20. So we'll need to subtract 1, and that gives us the answer of 67. 48 plus 19 is 67. It's amazing what you can solve when you use what you already know. Let's take a closer look at my place value chart, and this time we're going to try subtracting. I have the number 68 represented on our place value chart. I want to subtract or remove two groups of 10, which is 20. 68 subtract 20. We can look at the number in our tens place value spot. 68 has 6 tens, 20 is 2 tens. I know that 6 subtract 2 equals 4. So 6 tens subtract 2 tens would be 4 tens. Nothing's going to change with our ones because I have 8 ones here and I'm not subtracting any ones. So 4 tens and 8 ones is 48. Let's remove two groups of 10 and check to see if this is correct. 4 tens, 8 ones, 48. Let's reset. We're back to 68. This time I want to subtract 21. I can still subtract the groups of 10. I have 6 tens to begin with, and I'm going to subtract 2. I know I'm still going to have 4 groups of 10. Looking at our ones, I have 8 ones here, and I want to take away 1. 8 subtract 1 is 7. So 6 tens subtract 2 tens will give me 4 tens. 8 ones subtract 1 1 will give me 7 ones. I believe the answer is going to be 47. 68 subtract 21 equals 47. Let's remove 21 from our place value chart to check our answer. 4 tens and 7 ones. We were correct. Let's take a look at another number sentence. I reset the place value chart to 68. We're going to subtract 19. Again, let's look at the tens place value spot. I'm starting with 6 groups of 10, and I want to subtract 1 group of 10. I know that 6 subtract 1 equals 5. So 6 groups of 10 subtract 1 group of 10 would be 5 groups of 10. The problem happens when I get to 8 subtract 9. Oh no, that seems a little more challenging. But don't panic or worry because remember, we can use what we already know. We can use the math equations we've already solved to help us solve or answer the one that we're having trouble with. Let's take a closer look. Our first math equation was 68 subtract 20. We knew we were just taking away 2 groups of 10. When we remove 2 groups of 10 from 6 groups of 10, we're left with 4 groups of 10 and the same amount of ones, which is 48. Looking at 68 subtract 21, you may have noticed 21 is one number greater than 20. That means we need to subtract an extra 1. 68 subtract 20 is 48. But we also have to subtract that extra 1. 48 subtract 1 is 47. Man, the arrow way strategy can be very helpful. Let's take a closer look at 68 subtract 19 now. You may notice that 19 is 1 less than 20. I can still subtract 20 from 68. 68 subtract 20 is 48. But remember, I wasn't trying to subtract 20. I needed to subtract 19. And 19 is 1 less than 20. So I have subtracted too many. I need to go back in and add 1 back into this number. 68 subtract 20 was 48. Now I'm going to add 1 back in because I only needed to subtract 19. And that gave me 49. The arrow way is a great strategy to use when solving addition and subtraction problems. Don't forget, use what you already know. You are an incredibly smart second grade student. You have a large reservoir of knowledge. Use what you know. And don't forget, math is full of patterns and different ways for us to solve things. So look at what you're working with. Use it to help you solve other problems. Woot woot! Good job! I'm so proud of you. Now it's your turn to head back to Seesaw and get some practice on Seesaw. And remember, use what you know.